what a team like Jacksonville is capable of doing. I know that all their losses have come 4 or 5 points, 5 or 6 points max, and they're very close to putting it together and being a good team. Our team, on the other hand, is not as experienced as I want it to be, and I always concern myself with playing teams that maybe their record is not as good as their team is. But I thought for the most part tonight we played very well. We got out to a good start. We had some moments where we were very good, but we did have some moments where we were very poor. Without looking at the tape, I'm not sure about shot selection tonight, but still I was impressed and I was pleased with our 50% shooting on the offensive end and holding them somewhere around 30, low 30s, because they're about a 40% shooting team, and we held them below their average. That was really a good thing. I can't say enough about Tyler Stone, 24 points tonight. A lot of big rebounds for us late in the second half, just towering over people and getting rebounds. I thought our defense was good. I don't know if it was great, but it was good. That was a good thing. The dribble drive hurt us a little bit in the second half, but we really got some good minutes out of some different key people. One of the key players tonight was Marcus Brister. 8 rebounds, 14 points, hit free throws 4 out of 6 from the line. He really gives us that added strength defensively, and when he's playing like that, what I need out of him, and he knows I'll tell him this on a daily basis, is consistency. I thought Lucas really handles his role very well. Came in, hit a nice 3 tonight. But at the end, when they cut it, when a team cuts it, you got to have somebody at that free throw line with the sure hand, and that's sure hand Luke. When he gets on that free throw line, we're counting those free throws, we're counting those numbers. Really a good win for us. It was something I was very concerned about because, a lot of times after you play a really special game, and I thought we played special against Moorhead, sometimes you always prepare for the worst and maybe a letdown, but hey, wasn't much of a letdown tonight. It was good. We did some good things.
Back-to-back double-digit runs to start the game, 11-0 run tonight after a 15-0 run. But they came back with a 16-4 run to take the lead. What did you talk about in that timeout to get them refocused?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that we got off to a super start because we were at high intensity. We had our defense going. We were sharing the basketball. We were making good shots. Then all of a sudden, something happened in the game, and I told them, I said, this is where experience plays a role in your game. This is where you got to learn. Something happened. Okay, in this case, it was a dead ball. It was a clock. It was something that all of a sudden, you could tell the entire intensity dropped, and all of a sudden they make a 15-point run to take the lead. And good teams can't do that, and that's where we're not there yet. And we've got to get. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what stops to play, whether it be a bad foul or this or that. You've got to keep that intensity level up for 40 minutes, as we did against Moorhead. We didn't do that tonight. And so we let them hang around, and we were able to kind of stretch that lead a little bit right before half. We made some really good, solid plays defensively and offensively in the last 2 minutes of the half. That helped us, and that propelled us a little bit in the second half, and then we went on about a 17-something run, and Marlon shooting that basketball the way he was, that was exciting to see. And the defense, I think the adjustments at halftime, the defense was a difference maker in the second half because I thought they had a hard time in the second half. And I'm looking at their percentage in the second half and what they did. And it was 26% in the second half. So we really came out, and the adjustments were good.
How nice was that big 3 block by Smith?
Huge.
Down the stretch.
Yes, that was huge because they're trying to make a run. We have a full court pressure going, and that was a good thing for us, mixing up the defenses a little bit. And then all of a sudden, that's a great hustle play for him to knock down that or block that shot and knock that ball down. That was a big play for us because that gets us going. That was big from Marlon.
I feel 2-0 in the OVC, first time in more than a decade. That's got to be a good feeling. I know it's early, but still a good start for you guys.
You know what? It is, and it's a happy locker room. I told our staff that there's been many nights that we ducked our heads coming into this dressing room, but our guys, even though we didn't play to the best, I thought, to get away with a good, comfortable win, that's a sign of progress. And I was really proud of our guys. The guys that played tonight, they all played with a lot of unselfishness, and they're excited. They're excited about their start. I think they're understanding that, what it takes to win and win a game and play with total unselfishness and with a lot of heart and toughness on defense. And, you know, we were able to put that together. This was a big game for me personally because conference play, getting the second one, getting the home win before you get on the road, because winning, winning is confidence. And now we hope we can carry that over. It's a lot easier tomorrow to go out and put a foot on them or on their neck all day in practice after a win. Is when you have to be careful is after a loss, because it's that confidence builder, and we needed this game. Hopefully will jumpstart us and see if we can't play better on the road.
Martin, you guys struggled there the last few years. I don't think there's one there in a while. I know they're struggling right now, but they've lost some good teams. What do you think about that?
They've had a good schedule.
Yeah.
Very tough schedule. They're hard to play. They're well coached. They do a lot of good things, and they play good at home. It will be a big game for us. I don't think there's anybody in this league that we can go and think that we can just show up. I just don't think that's going to happen. I think the thing that I tell my team tomorrow and what I told them tonight is, hey, we hadn't had great success on the road. Now let's see what we can do. We did have a good game against Sacramento State, played well against Missouri, had a chance to win at Bradley. But other than that, we really hadn't played that good on the road. So we've got to stay focused. We've got to do a better job of preparing and being focused. And it's the entire preparation process going on the road. Just knowing their personnel, studying their opponent, and doing a good job with that.
When you have a situation like you did earlier tonight when one of your key bigs off the bench, Mike Porter, got saddled with those 4 fouls, what do you tell your kids in a situation like that to play out?
Well, the thing that I keep telling Mike is, Mike's disappointed in his play right now, but I told him don't be. Listen, you've been out of play for 2 years. It's a progress for you. It's a process. You're still trying to get in condition. You're trying to get your weight down. But here's what Mike brings. I assure you this. We don't want to go on that floor without Michael Porter, because Michael does so much for this team that doesn't show up on this stat sheet. It's the heart. It's the energy. It's the motivation that he brings every day. And let me tell you, it's just a matter of time before he gets it together. Just like he was in Sacramento, 13 points, 7 rebounds. Let me tell you, we look up to Michael Porter. He's young. He's been out of it for a couple of years. He's just now getting back in the flow. Had himself in some tough situations, missed an easy shot, all of a sudden bad foul on this end, and then his 4th foul, I thought he was just standing straight up. But Michael Porter is a big part of this basketball team.
How about a late holiday gift? You get an all-stater from the area, Jake Tolbert, come walk on. Does that also let the team spirits know that they've got some backup coming up pretty soon?
Well, I think there's no question that when you have a player such as Jacob Tolbert with the talent that he has, and I know him very well, watched him for 2-3 years, I'm glad to see that he misses the game, wanted to be a part of it. I'm glad to see that he thinks that he wants to be a part of a good program, and that's a compliment to my players, that a guy wants to come in and be a part of that. I do think, after watching him a couple of days, that I think the future's very bright for him. I think he's bouncy. I think he's tough. And you're right, he's local. I don't shy away from local guys. I know that I get emails every day about local young people, and a lot of them are upset that I don't take every player. I can't take every player, but if you're good enough, you'll find a way to get here and play. And so we're excited about Jacob Tolbert.